Hey, what's up guys, this is Johan, and on this video we'll be breaking the 20 gallon nano tank down and moving everything over into the 75 gallon. Alright guys, so I know what you guys are saying. I thought that you weren't going to break down the 20 gallon nano, but it's just a few things have changed. I did have a flood downstairs for any of you guys that didn't know, but that part is taken care of, the flood is taken care of. So what my plans was for the 20 gallon nano was to keep it downstairs, and that was going to be my main office, and I was going to just basically keep it as a frag tank, that keep growing, just cut pieces of corals off and move them into the 75 gallon, and once I bring the 180 up, also the 180. But unfortunately after the flood, and a few things have changed, like for example the carpet, there's no more carpet downstairs because that was totally soiled from all the water that came down. So the flooring has to be redone downstairs before I go back downstairs as an office. So in the meantime, I just want to keep all my aquariums up here, and then I have some rules I have to follow from this house, where I'll only allow 2 tanks at maximum. Right now I am over capacity. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks up right now, so I'm living on the edge. I'm lucky to be in front of you guys right now. But anyways, so this 20 gallon nano is going to go down, so I only have 4 tanks. That will remain the 75 gallon, which is staying, the Queen Angel holding tank, which is staying for another little bit, and then the quarantine tank for the convict tank, that's going to stay for another couple weeks, and then our frag tank that I'm waiting for quarantine as well to complete, because I had the convict tank in there for a little bit and it did have ick, so I know for 100% sure that it did have ick, so I want the ick to completely die off in the frag tank before I move both the frags back over into here. So in about 2 to 3 more weeks of the convict tank and the frag tank, once the convict tank is done, if it's whole quarantine, then I can move everything over into here. So that way I will only have 2 tanks, just the Queen Angel tank and the 75 gallon. So how am I planning to break the 20 gallon nano and add everything over to the 75 gallon? So what I'm planning on doing to at least prevent any like shock of any corals is remove about 17 gallons from here, which is roughly the amount of water volume that's in here. 17 to 18 gallons minus the rock, plus the rock and the sand and all that stuff give me, from the 20 gallon, give me about just about 17 to 18 gallons. So I'm going to take the water that's in here, and once I drain the water that's in here, take the water out here and put it in here. So basically I'm going to do a water change, then I'm going to take all the sand out. Well, take the sand out first. Take the water out, take the sand out, put the sand in here, then replenish the water that's in there over here. So I'm just going to water swap, and then take all the rocks and corals, and I have a one fire goby that's in there. I haven't seen it in a couple of days, so hope it's still alive and it did not jump. And I do have 1 shrimp in there. So those are the only 2 livestock that I have to worry about being a little bit crazy or dying from, you know, the drastic well change. But the way I'm doing it will reduce the amount of losses that I'm gonna have. So corals, have some big montipearls in there, and I kind of may lose 1 of those or 2 of those, so I have to keep that in mind. But it should be okay if I transfer 90 to 100% of the water over, plus the rock and all that. So this tank is going to go through 1 more cloud. It's kind of a little bit foggy. The 75 gallon is a little bit foggy. It's going for a little bit of bacteria bloom after I added the nasal tank, so it's going to get a little bit more foggy for a couple more days, and then after that it's going to be smooth rolling, hopefully. Alright guys, I'm just gonna give you a quick close-up of the 20 gallon nano. So I've left the light off for a few days just so that all the corals could be retracted, especially this large frog spawn right here. I don't want it to be damaged whilst I'm taking it out, so I left the lights off so everything could be closed up. So you can see kind of the growth. This force fire digital have taken off. This acro right here and the acro, everything's taken off in this tank. So and these are the big monties I was talking about. It doesn't even look like monties, it's like large rocks. So once the blue lights hit them, you'll see that bright orange. So I got some large monties right there that I'm worried about. Those are the only cars I'm worried about losing. But it's good to go, and you can even see the blue clove polyps right there, how they have just taken off. I put small little fragments all over this rock at the back and kind of right here. So that's good to go. Alright guys, so I have all the flow turned off on the 75 gallon and most of the flow on the 20 gallon nano. I'm first gonna just go ahead and drain all the water down to about here. That should be about 17 gallons out of the 75 gallon nano, and then just drain straight down from the 20 gallon nano into the sump of the 75 gallon. Then I'm gonna pump that water back up in there, and then that should kind of start mixing the water and get cycled through. That way the cold and stuff that I add into here won't just get a big shock. Alright guys, so I got the majority of the water drained out of the 20 gallon nano. You can see right there, so that's just a little under maybe 2 or 3 gallons, maybe 5 gallons of water, maybe 2 or 3. So that's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the arch out, put it there. I have to move this rock over just a tad bit, so it could accommodate the arch, and then the main rock structure that's gonna go right up front right there. So simple move. I just have to be mindful of the peppermint shrimp and the the firefish that's in there, so I don't scare them and mess them up. So put you guys back on the tripod. Alright, so I got you guys on the tripod. I'm going to show you guys how I move the rocks over. I have them on some egg crate, so instead of moving the actual rock, I just push the egg crate forward, and that just moved the entire thing. So it kind of acts like almost like plate tectonics. So if you guys would look over here, you'd see it kind of moves up, and the line kind of moves up. So it's almost like a almost like a fault line right there. And you can see how this torch core right here, it's kind of close up, but you can see it rising up a little bit. So if anybody's wondering how plate tectonics work, it's kind of like this. As the earth expands and contracts, you get this. So now I have a little mountain right there. Move this core over from here. Alright guys, here is the famous arch. Look at it, there's all this corduroy. So it is covered, let me get this to focus. It is covered with a bunch of vermeted snails. I mean, this entire rock is just vermeted snail all the way up. So it is gonna be some good life, and you can see the different monsters on here. Some of them aren't doing all that good because they were in some shadow light. So hopefully in this system they should do a little bit better. Alright guys, so I got the 20 gallon out of here and I was down on the floor, and you kind of see what's remaining, just the sand. I'm still debating if I want to take the sand out. I kind of do. I think I am going to, and just put the sand in the back portion right there and let that just populate. One reason I don't want to, because I've never disturbed this sand bed at all, so there may be a few pockets of dead sand, but this sand is so live, I think there's enough life in here to take care of it. So I'm gonna do it, but I'm just double thinking. I'm gonna do it, and I messed up the whole scape. So I gotta go ahead and rearrange some stuff, because this just looks like a pile of rocks here, and then it's starting to look a little bit more congested and less open. So I gotta spread some stuff out again and rearrange some coral. I just put everything right there in the meantime. Oh wow, I put that core right on top of the torch. I gotta move that before it dies. And then one other thing, if you look in the corner right there, that is polythoa corals. I may have to just give those up because it's on the glass, and I don't want to scrape it off the glass and potentially get poisoned. So I may have to just chop those up and leave it alone, and then just whatever. But I have enough of it to replenish, so I have some frags right there. Whenever it focuses, so I have some frags right there of that. There's some more in the torch, there's some more right there, and then there's some more right back there. So I have enough of those to go around, so I shouldn't have to worry about getting this out of the tank. Probably just wash it out and with some water let it die off, so I wouldn't have to mess with it at all and potentially get injured. I'm not sure if I would get poisoned from these, but I don't want to take the chance. Also, the firefish is in there, right back there, and then there goes the peppermint shrimp. So you can see the firefish right there. So just doing a slow acclimation. I got some water in this, so I'm just doing a little bit at a time. So whilst we're here, let me just do some more. I couldn't find a proper cup, so I just grabbed some of this, filled it up with some salt water, and let them acclimate. Alright guys, so the acclimation is done with the fish and the shrimp. Just gonna pour them in. There goes the firefish. It took off already. It's somewhere in there. And yep, there goes the shrimp. I'm not sure what that thing is. I got him with a little bump on his side, which is weird. This is the second shrimp I've seen like that, but it's in here. So now the hard part, the sand, removing the sand. Still debating if I want to put up in there, which I think I should put half there, and then I put half down here. So I'll get that's what I'll do. I'll put half up there, half down here, and then I also have some of this. I'm gonna put down there some miracle mud. So I've had this for over a year, just sitting, almost 2 years now. I've had this. I've used a little bit of it, but not all of it. So that's gonna go down there with the rest of the sand. So, all right, time to get to it. Hey guys, alright, so I let the tank sit overnight, and everything has kind of settled out a little bit. I need a filter, but I don't have one, so I can show you guys, but I guess I could turn the white lights on just a tad bit. Oh, it's a little bit too bright. So yeah, everything's starting to settle in. Got the two fillers here. I still gotta rearrange those. I gotta rearrange some of the rocks because it still looks like a pile of rocks here. and then over here still looks kind of confusing. So I just got a bunch of coral on the sand bed, all the gonies, pollies, and all that. They're all just there. Stylophora looks a little bit upset, closed up, 2 of them. So still got take a look at those, make sure they bounce back completely. The firefish is out right there, and then the what you call it, the shrimp is back there. So it's back there. Just came out to grab a bite to eat. And the nasal tang, always hiding, but it's up and eating. So I got some algae sheets in there for it, and it's finally starting to get used to it. So I just put it in there, and yep, there she goes, taking a bite. Yum yum. So that's always good. It's a lot more algae than it needs, but I just put it in there once every couple of days, just to supplement its diet, because I wanted to concentrate more on eating all the algae that's in here. So I would like it to consume more algae, but I know it won't. I can't wait till I put this guy in here, and this is a voracious eater, and you can see him just in there, always ready to go. So as soon as it's done for its quarantine and gets put into the 75 gallon, be ready and happy. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. The tank is coming along really good. If you guys like it, go and hit the like button down below, and also remember to subscribe and leave some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys in the next one.